Hello goblins, welcome back. We're today going to be playing a game called God Forsaken. It has some pretty significant translation issues in the game, so it'll become readily apparent very shortly. But it seems like it has a lot of potential, some interesting systems, and it has a loot grind on it, so that's always nice. I'm gonna go ahead and load into the game I've already been playing for a little bit. I played like 2 or 3 rounds and got some interesting gear, so I thought I would kind of share this game. It's interesting. I feel like they need to balance the luck a little bit better, because as it stands right now, each level you get to choose an attribute point to put a skill point into, and strength does things that you would expect strength to do, like attack damage or HP or something like that, and then like dexterity does like evasion and attack speed, and then like intelligence does spell power or something. You'll see. But in the end, it just really, you just want to buy luck, because it'll make your upgrades much higher and the gear you get much better. So it just seems like it's a put in luck and win kind of thing, but hopefully they change that in the future. Right now, what we're going to be running with for our character is going to be the only class we have access to. But the gear that he is wearing is pretty interesting. I had to remember what button to press. I got this Scythe of Destruction, which does 32 to 60 harm. My own elemental resistance is reduced by 60, which is significant. But my elemental damage is increased by 205, which is absolutely insane. And that rolled as bad as it could have. Crazy, right? Alright, so we got that. By comparison, this would be what you'd be looking at for a regular item. 16 to 30, right? 32 to 60, so you can already see the difference. And then look, you got like 9 extra fire damage, 5 extra lightning damage, but this has 205, so, you know, it's pretty significant difference. I'm gonna come on over here and sell my stuff to the shopkeeper. There is no, with selling, actually, there's a quick sell. The right click does it, that's right. But for moving things from like inventory to stash or stash to inventory, there's no quick transfer button, which is kind of silly. So we've got shield max, dash count, and dash percent. I'm assuming CDR percent, so yeah, that's a cooldown. Okay. Dot 4 if we want to run dot build. Right now my rings are just, this one is insane. It's just a mix of everything, right? All-purpose ring. And then this one is for my rerolls and stuff. So we'll go and sell that. Sell that. Sell that. What's this? 9% elemental. Ele res. 7 fire res. That might be worth sacrificing the refreshes for, just because we are so low on res from our weapon. That's something we could swap in when we need the rerolls later, because you can actually change out your regular equipment pieces, you just can't change out your weapons in the middle battle. So like right here, I'm trying to drop this item, and I can't drop it. You have to click at the exact spot to drop it. It's kind of silly. Alright. Okay, cool. So that's the main complaint I have with the game, is that dropping the items thing, but anyway, we are also running a a chest piece that has thorns on it. It changes some of our HP into shield and gives us more pickup range. Our helmet has some fire damage. Our belt has fire res. See, I think I showed you guys everything. Shock percent on our necklace. I would like something else there. Let's see if they have better in the shop if we refresh a little. Well, not seeing any necklaces. That's unfortunate. Just burned a bunch of gold and saw nothing. That is too bad. Oh well. Alright, so we just run over here and we do a run, because there's not really much of anything else in the game yet. You can go into dialogue and listen, but it's not really that significant. There is a talent section. But I believe... Oh, I do have a talent point to spend. I was going to say, I thought I'd spent it all, but... I got 10% increased crit hit chance and 30% damage reduction while in Berserk mode. This one looks like it's just always active, so that's great. And then next, I guess we're going to grab crit hit damage increase at all times, because that's literally the only thing we can do. The illusion of choice is here. And then after that, we have to decide what way we're going. But that's the problem for future Xanthus. Current Xanthus is just going to go kill things. Now, obviously, because we have on the weapon that is elemental based, we're going to be trying to avoid physical things for the most part and be building towards the elements. Seems pretty obvious, right? All right, so right away, a couple things to note about this game that are quite different from other Bullet Heavens is you have a day-night cycle up here, as you can see. We're in Dazzling 100 Light at the moment. We're going to take 15% attack speed. We're in Dazzling 100 Life at the moment, but that will go down. As we get towards nighttime, it will change. And then, when it does, it gives you, like, certain debuffs. Okay, let's look at this. What do we want? I could go with a lightning build. Kind of want to lean towards fire, but I only have 2 rerolls, so we might end up stuck with, like, lightning or something. There's frost. Normal attack probability is released, condensing the power of frost on the blade, releasing ice blades at the first enemy hit to fly away. Interesting. Okay, so basically you're going to shoot out ice daggers. That's kind of cool. Let's risk it. Okay, so we have either frost armor or lightning armor that we're going to take here. Because we're not going to take blade storm, it's a physical. Both of these we can scale a type of damage and a type of element. So we got to kind of decide right now if we want to commit into frost or if we want to commit into lightning. Because later there will be options to get like % increase of a specific element. So we want to make sure we're considering that. That's not to say you can't build multiple elements, because you absolutely can. Let's go with lightning armor because it does damage, versus this one just looks like it chills. Adds chill armor to enemies that attack you. Yeah. So I think you'd want to go with the thorns and then the lightning damage. We changed our property upgrade to luck. Here's what the things do. Strength increases physical damage by 45%, increases health by 45%. Dexterity increases movement speed by 14.5% and attack speed by 14.5%. Intelligence enhances the character's elemental damage by 18% and shield recovery by 90 points. Obviously, we're going to be wanting to get things that increase our intelligence, but as far as our every single level upgrade goes, we're going to take luck, which is going to increase the probability of a character obtaining high quality attributes while in the game. And that is a very, very, very significant thing. Alright, so let's grab our lightning armor, and we're on. I know I talked for quite a bit there, but I felt like there was a good amount to explain. See, like here I can get some strength without having to put into the every turn attribute, or I could grab some experience. I think I'm going to grab some experience, actually. So anyway, as I was saying, there's a night cycle. Once it turns to night, you will start losing sanity down here. When you're losing sanity, it's going to make you be more likely to miss, but just as important, it's going to make like super nightmare monsters appear if you get below a certain sanity. Now, I think they have it balanced so that you're always going to have that happen. You just got to kind of decide when that's going to happen, so that's something to keep in mind. Alright, so we could give extra lightning bullets reflected back when we get hit, or we can have our lightning armor summon random lightning strikes around us. So we're going to do that. Sounds very nice. We need to get another ability that has like lightning on it though, really. Okay, this is 2 of all stats. That's always very good in this game, so we're going to grab that because it's going to increase our health, our physical damage, our attack speed, our movement speed, our elemental damage, our shield recovery, and our luck. So, you know. Nice. Looks like I'm missing some of my attacks there. It's kind of weird. Once it becomes nighttime, what we can do is we can pull out our torch with the Q button. And by pulling out our torch, we will... Oh my gosh, that's a red armor upgrade. Dang. So that'll reduce the damage we take from physical attacks pretty significantly. When you pull out your torch, you're going to change your attack type into like a fire attack type, and it does actually scale with whatever intelligence or spell damage type things you have. So that's kind of interesting to note. But more importantly, it stops you from continuing to lose sanity, because when it becomes nighttime, you slowly bleed out your sanity. And then when you hit a low enough level of sanity, nightmare monsters start spawning, and you just have bad times. If you go completely insane, I'm not even sure what happens. But it seems like they balanced it such that you can have enough torchlight to be able to make it through both nights and just have, like, around level 40 sanity at the end. So, not loving any of these really, but we already have some armor, so let's grab some more armor, I suppose. We grabbed a new ability there. I'm sure you guys noticed I didn't stop to tell you what it was, so here it is. This is called Lightning Strike. Basically what it is our normal attacks have a percent chance to proc lightning strikes from the sky. Okay, let's grab some experience increase. So it's a 20% chance for it to release lightning bolts. So now each spell has multiple upgrade paths that it can go on, multiple different upgrades that you can take for it. So there's a decent amount of build variety you can make with this game, which is kind of interesting. So for instance, here we have two different lightning strike ones. One lightning strike upgrade will make it so lightning strike leaves lightning on the ground, which will damage enemies. The other lightning strike has a chance of stunning enemies. We also could do the armor and cause it to release a powerful lightning nova, applying an electromagnetic shock. Ooh. So when we get hit, we lightning nova out. I like that idea. Cool, let's test it. Okay, well that didn't do anything. Maybe it's not guaranteed. Okay. All res is by 3. It's pretty good. Or more luck. Or more luck. I'm going to do luck and range. Basically, anytime there's luck, I'm going to choose it over anything else. Until we get above 100, basically. Okay. So these are like runes that you can slot into your skills that modify your skills. Kind of think about how the runes in Diablo 3 would change your skills and how they worked. That's basically what these are. You will notice that there are tags on them. So this can only go on a ability that says melee or area. When you hover over your things, you can see this one is melee, this one's lightning enhanced armor, this one's lightning raid. So the shock wave is literally only available on our death slash because of the melee tag. When the skill stuns an enemy, it triggers a shock wave, causing damage to enemies in a 3-meter area. It doesn't say what type of damage, so that makes me less likely to want to pick it. Chance to stun, or increase damage by 30% against burned, frozen, shocked, and poisoned targets. Let's do that since we're doing an elemental build and we already have a couple things that are like shock based, right? We can put that on our lightning armor or on our lightning strike. Let's put it on our lightning strike, and we're going to try to prioritize increasing our attack speed some so we get more lightning strikes off. But there are other lightning abilities we're ultimately going to want that are better. So I'm not too stressed about it yet. And don't worry about the little green items. We're not picking those up. They don't matter. We'll get plenty more green items, and we'll get some blues, purples, reds, that kind of thing later. So, number of lightning strikes we could increase. I like the idea of that. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, that was pretty. I think that was the lightning nova. Oh, wow. 40% elemental damage. Damn. We're also going to lock this 12 intellect because that's pretty significant. Intellect, remember, increases our elemental damage. Beautiful. We got a pretty decent start here. The next thing we need to start thinking about is we don't really have anything that helps us sustain. So perhaps we need to find a way to sustain a little bit. Okay, so we got 12 intellect. Let's grab that. We saved that from last round. There is incentive for exploring the map, if I remember right. I played a bunch of Bullet Heavens this weekend, so I've got to keep them straight. I think there is some incentive for exploring. Like, there's a couple things that give you increases to your stats, I think. Or is this the one that has the items? I think this might be the one that has the items. I don't know. I'll just kind of explore around a little bit. We'll see if we can find anything. I might be remembering wrong. This might be the one that doesn't have anything. Okay, so there's Fire Slash. Normal attack probability, releasing lava weapon, striking the ground, causing physical and fire damage, leaving flaming knife marks on the ground. Okay. I mean, I kind of want that, but since we're like lightning themed on everything else, I think I'm actually just going to stick with that kind of motif. So I'm going to up my lightning armor a little bit more, make it shoot out more reflected shots when I get hit. You got the auto lightning procs that are doing pretty significant damage. I saw the lightning nova there too. Getting increased area of effect would be nice if we can get anything that does that. Okay. I am good with getting a little bit of elemental resistances, because I know things get a little hairy in the nighttime. So... And right now, my resistances are pretty low. Actually, I am in the negative for my resistances right now because of my weapons. So yeah, I definitely need to get those up a little. Or just completely ignore them would be the other option. But we don't have the main damage dealer that we need yet, which is either Thor's Hammer or the repeated Lightning Blast one. I'll show you them both eventually, but... I'm going to take just raw 5 damage on top of everything. Just give us more lightning damage in general. Skill damage increased by 30%. The skill directly kills enemies whose health is less than 20, so that gives us an execute. The damage caused by the skill to poisoned enemies is increased, but that we don't have the ability to poison yet, so... Auxiliary skill cooldown. I assume that's going to be the cooldown of my lightning armor? Yeah. I'd rather do the end and start increasing the damage of this, I guess? Well, cooldown reduction. Does that make sense on this one? 20 seconds cooling time? So I assume cooling time is cooldown. So maybe that will reduce the delay between the lightning strikes? Perhaps? Not sure if that did anything, actually. Oh, there's Frost Hammer. Nope, I want Lightning Hammer. Okay, well, we'll take this then. Skill... Cooldown reduction. Okay, I mean, it's gotta be doing something, right? If they made it one of the upgrades. Yeah, we're at 18 seconds now instead of 20, so... Okay. I don't know if that's 18 seconds for the lightning strikes or 18 seconds on recharges of the, reflective shock. Maybe it's 18 seconds on the Nova. I don't know, because it doesn't tell ya. Let's do more experience and intellect. That'll up our damage as well as give us more levels, which we're definitely going to need because we are not looking too strong right now, to be completely honest. We should be a lot stronger than we are. Alright, let's switch over to the torch so we don't lose sanity. Maybe we can make it through the first night without seeing any monsters, without seeing nightmare beasts. I'm going to take 5% increased experience and 8 more intellect for sure. Remember, the intellect is scaling the damage of our torch too. When you completely run out of torch, you can keep it out, it just doesn't give you any benefits, but it does continue doing the fire damage attack, which isn't bad. But I don't believe when you're using your torch you get any of the modifiers of runes that are on like your Death Slash. Because you're not using a Death Slash attack. Thor's Hammer, that's what I want. Alright, so we're going to get that. It's going to drop down every so often. We're going to want to get some cooldown reduction, so that it drops down more often. We're going to want to try to get some area, so it's bigger. Those kind of things. That's what we're going for. As of right now, I don't really have a whole lot of ways to gain back health, but I do have a decent shield and a good amount of armor, so I think we're going to be okay. There's actually a way to gain back health, so let's take that. 0.6 HP regen. Sweet. That way, if we do end up missing some HP, we'll just regen it back up. And we'll just kind of use our shield as a buffer, basically like you would play a shielded character in Path of Exile. So yeah, that should work out well. Now we just gotta get our last ability. I think you can have 5. Maybe you can have 6. It might end up being a war cry. Alright, let's grab... So this is just all damage types. That's kind of cool. But this is 7% elemental damage types, which is the types of damage we do, plus physical. So that seems just better. Because I believe elemental damage is fire, lightning, and cold. I don't think it splits the percent increase. I think it gives you that number to all. So, okay. I see there is a little arrow on my screen pointing somewhere. So let's go run towards that and see what it leads us to. Oh, it's a heart. So there's a little heal over here. That's right, it's like a heart and a well or something like that are the two things you can pick up. So this isn't the one that has the permanent upgrades, right? Okay, more damage from Thor's hammer. Yeah, let's do that. Gave us the option to get a throwing axe there, which would have been doing physical bleed damage. It would have been kind of cool, but it doesn't really fit the theme we're going for here. We are becoming a lightning god. Or we're going to try to. Still in nighttime, so we're still on our torch. I think I'm just going to start kind of finding a position to sort of hold, and I think this is going to be that position, to be honest. Because I feel like we're going to start struggling if we don't tear down these shielded guys real quick. Once the bad stuff starts happening, it's going to be real rough if these guys are still closing in on us. Alright, let's grab 5% CDR. Let's help our hammer come down more often. I like it, I like it. Okay, there's our gem. 30% increase to elemental damage. Now here's the rub though. These tags that are below it are randomly generated, which means this time it didn't give me elemental as an option. So even though this is lightning, it's not melee. So I can't give it the elemental increase. And this literally just does physical damage. So rip. Skill hits reduce target's lightning resistance. I like that. God's blessing, strengthening effect time of auxiliary skills is increased by 3 seconds. I'm not sure what that means. So we're going to take lightning penetration and put it on Thor's hammer. Sounds groovy. So every time Thor's hammer ticks, even that little aftershock on the ground is going to reduce their resistance. Here's 3 more luck. We're starting to ramp that up a little bit. Very good. We need to get scaling here, though, because we're not really keeping up with the damage we need to be doing. I would love a magnet of some sort, because I know I left gold on the ground. Or experience on the ground. I know they are in this game. Lightning Spike has additional electromagnet. I wonder what that means. We'll go ahead and take that. Okay. Well, we're surviving, barely. Attack speed and accuracy. That sounds great. When you lose sanity, you also lose accuracy, so you're less likely to hit. That's another downside of losing sanity. So that's why we're leaning in so hard to this torch, even though it's a lot worse than our weapon, right? This torch just does not do the damage that our weapon does. So we're going to take... If we had a lot more intellect, it would be okay, but... crit damage? I don't know that we have much crit chance is the problem there. I wouldn't mind upping my resistance to some more, or maybe grabbing some evasion. So we just dodge altogether. Let's do evasion. So we have some just dodges in there. Alright. Okay. doing okay. Oh, that's a wall. I think we can switch over to the scythe for a little bit here. Clear this up a little. Chance of being electrocuted by lightning strike increases, or we can have even more Thorns damage and lightning damage with our armor, or we can have more skill range with Thor's hammer, which I don't know if that means area or how far away we can throw it. But let's take it because the damage increase alone is worth it. Let's see if it looks any bigger this time when it hops down. Actually, it does look bigger. So, okay, skill range increases the AoE of it. Got it. Okay, 94 sanity. We gotta switch back. That's unfortunate timing. Alright, back to the scythe. We're not nearly as strong right now as I would like, to be honest. Let's take 10% attack speed. We haven't had very many options to grab luck as a talent, and that's usually the key to kind of succeeding, is getting multiple luck talents that are like decent, like blue or yellow, or blue or red or purple or whatever. Purple shield max is pretty good, so we'll grab that. That'll help us survive a little bit better. Oh, I just got a red item. I don't even know what that is, but it's a red item. And there's some health. Alright, 10% critical hit against bleeding increases damage to bleeding. We don't have a way to bleed. Bleeding, burning, poisoning effects increase by 50%. We're not doing any of those. Skill hits reduce target's frost. Oh, this is unfortunate. These all are terrible for us. Okay. Well, let's take Terminally Ill and let's put it on our auto attack, and hopefully we can get a way to either add bleed, burn, or poison onto that auto attack. That's going to be kind of how we try to salvage that, I think. Okay. Well, Flame Rush, we could add a fire to our dash. I'm not thinking I'm about that right now, though. This increases the damage of our lightning that gets released, and increases our chance to electrocute them, so I'm down for that. Unfortunately, we do still have that darn fire barrier for a few more seconds, so we can't go grab the other heart yet. But we are back on the daytime, which is good, because our sanity is at a healthy 90%. We did not dip low enough to have the scary guys come out at us. However, the next full night cycle, you can bet your bottom dollar we will. So that'll be a little spooky. We'll grab a little bit more physical damage percent, I suppose. Or shield recovery. Actually, shield recovery might be the better way to go here. Because shield recovery will give us the ability to kind of regen more of our life. So if it doesn't take as long for it to come back, that means we get more life regen. So it's going to be a nice smoothing out of our damage and HP pools. So this should be good. And there's another big shield recovery. So we're getting very fast shield recovery now. That should help us. That's the equivalent of like 3 or 4 gray shield recoveries, because we got a blue and then we got purple, so we should be pretty healthy going forward. I would really like to get a final ability though that's lightning based on the bar, and it keeps offering me stuff from other elements, so I'm trying to avoid it. More cooldown reduction for Thor's hammer sounds good. We might end up having to cave and take something from another element if we see something good enough. There's a fire spell I would take if I can find it. Oh, there's a 10 luck. That's what we've been looking for. Okay. Yeah, we need to basically scale our luck above 100, and then we're going to start getting really, really, really powerful upgrades just offered to us all the time. And then it's just GG at that point. You can beat the level. I've done it like 3 times. 2 times. I did 2 out of the 3 games I played. Okay, so there is more elemental damages. I'll take that. It'll also start scaling some other things in case we end up having to take a different element as well. It's not bad to get a little bit of that pre-scaling in case that ends up being a thing. Campfire, 5% extra health. Oh, cool. I don't know that I've ever seen one of those. Cool. I don't know how long that was there for, but probably the entire time. Alright, that's a physical ability. I don't want it. Thor's Hammer, lightning duration increased. That sounds great. So it'll just continue electrocuting for a little bit longer. I like it. Pretty soon we might be able to have 100% uptime on it. We can increase that duration. We can reduce the cooldown. Imagine the world we could live in. Oh boy. This guy's a problem. I gotta say, I'm definitely not nearly as strong this game as I have been in other games. This has been a relatively bad run of things. But I think we can still turn it around. We've gotten some bad, like, gem choices. It's the part that's kind of sucked. Like, the things you get from defeating these guys. We've gotten some bad options. We haven't had nearly enough, like, luck options in the talent screen. Let's grab just raw physical damage. Or, no, actually, let's grab cooldown, because we want that Thor's Hammer to be popping. We want that to be landing more regularly than it is currently. And we do not have the reach that we normally would have. Okay, he's down. Melee attacks have a 50% chance of causing an additional damage. That's cool. Elemental damage increase, but okay, we can use that. That'll be helpful. Area increase. Area increase. Or damage increase. I think area. I think we need area on Thor's Hammer. I think that'll make a significant difference. Okay, so we can reduce the cooldown more. I'm going to lock that because I want that. But first we're going to grab more skill range, which I think increases the area even further. We will see. Yeah, that looks bigger for sure. I need to get the cooldown reduction so it drops more often. Okay, what is this? Fire. Oh, the red resistance upgrade. Hey, are we finally in the positives? Are we finally in the positives? Almost. We're almost in the positives for resistance. A weapon really takes down your resistance, but boy does it amp up your damage. Ooh. See, this is good too. I'm gonna lock the defensive red one. I'm gonna take the purple offense because it gives me crit rate. And I'm gonna need some accuracy added in here because we're gonna start losing sanity in the next night phase. We're gonna run out of torch about halfway through the night, and it's gonna result in some spooky things happening towards the end of this game. Especially if we don't find another ability to put on our bar for lightning. I know there's another one that's really strong. It like follows them around. I just haven't seen it yet. Okay, let's grab 20% more cooldown reduction on our hammer. We want that thing popping more often. There we go. Okay. Get in there, get in there. Feels like sometimes it's a little bit longer cooldown than others. I don't really get why. Maybe it's doing the thing. I think raid chance is chance for it to like strike a second time. So maybe it's just getting like sometimes getting double procs. I'm not 100% sure. Raid chance might also be crit chance. I'm not sure. Translations are not the best in this game. We didn't end up getting our luck very high, so we're starting to get there now, which is why you're starting to see red and purple show up more often. So this gives us some elemental resistance and some elemental damage. That's very helpful, actually. Very timely upgrade. This boss is relatively challenging. Oh, I just killed myself, I think. Nope, we're still alive. Not even worried. I'm gonna pause, and I'm gonna help my daughter. I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty, I am back. Sorry about all that, everyone. Let's see if we can survive this nightmare. We're in some trouble, boys. I'm not gonna lie. More cooldown reduction on Thor's Hammer? Yes, please. Give me all of that. Man, I need more health regeneration than I have right now. The shield regeneration is not happening as quickly as I expected either. Those things will kill me at this point. It's more damage, I guess. We really need to be able to kill this guy soon, because this is getting real bad. I'm dead, I think. Maybe not, maybe we're okay. Man, those things hurt so much. I don't know what element they are, but they hurt so much. We're gonna die. I don't think we have enough. Here, let's grab some shield. Desperation. My name is Xanthist. Alright. Whew. Regional skills 50 and chance to be released in additional time. So I don't know what that means, but it's multicast. And I think multicast on my Thor's Hammer would be grand. I don't know what regional skills 50 means, but... But I do know extra hammer good. Alright, gain light and can get extra 10 thorns, plus 4 to the number of lightning bolt projectiles. Or we can increase our thorns and increase the damage of the lightning bolts. Let's increase the number of lightning bolts by 4. We're going to start getting lots of screen clear going here now. Hopefully I don't overheat my computer, because that's happened twice today with different games. I need to just install the darn water cooler I bought like 2 months ago. I've just been putting it off and putting it off. Alright, I guess we'll grab lightning damage increase, because that's what our damage is. I mean, our little scythe hit is okay. Yeah, we're in nighttime. I should have had my torch on. Shoot. Okay. Well, we're at the point where we're spawning the lowest level of the nightmare creatures, so we'll keep this level of sanity for as long as we can. Even though we have our torch out, we are still losing sanity at this point because we did start spawning those nightmare monsters, so we can't really stop the decline there now. If I would have had my torch out before then, it would have been like last round until I ran out. Alright, 5 luck. Good, good. We're investing in luck. That's what the plan always was. We just have had poor execution on the plan. And bad luck with the choices we've been given for the most part. The first time I've had that happen, but it still seems like it's working out in the end. It's just taking longer to get there. Usually I'm at the point where I'm seeing that kind of red-purple choice like every time at this point. Alright. Let's increase Thor's Hammer's lightning duration by another 1 second. We could grab tornadoes. I think we should grab tornadoes, even though it's a different element, just so that we have a final spell that's elemental based. So let's do that. We've only seen like physical options really until now.
Are you still playing Build?
No, this is a different game.
Huh.
It's a bullet heaven that's like styled like Diablo with a Diablo-like loot system.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty good too. Let's grab more luck and more experience, of course. Again, stacking luck increases rarity, which increases items found, which increases upgrades, which makes you super strong. We have about... Oh, our torch just ran out.
Ooh.
So it's not doing anything. Switch back to the scythe. Because it attacks faster, which gives us more lightning procs. Okay, we're taking a little bit more damage than I would like here. Let's get more shield. And we're going to be losing a lot of sanity here. Because we still have a quarter of the night left and we're at 55 sanity. So we're going to start missing a lot of our attacks as we get lower and lower on sanity. And we're going to start seeing some pretty scary monsters spawning. Let's get an extra second duration on Thor's Hammer when it lands. We just want to litter the field with Thor's Hammer electricity pools, I think. It's going to be kind of our strategy here, because we never did find the really good lightning spell. Which is unfortunate, but... This still seems like it's doing pretty strong. It's feeling pretty strong, so...
But the aesthetic of this is amazing.
Yes, it's great. I need to find like a magnet really badly. Okay, let's grab 3 all stats, I think. That'll give us some more luck. It's all about luck right now. Because every level really matters at this point. We need the upgrades to be good. We can't afford to have like ones where there are no purples. Alright, 15% experience, that's great. That'll help us level for longer.
It bothers me you can't pick those up.
I can.
Oh,
I don't want to. They're greens.
Oh.
There's no loot filter, unfortunately.
Oh.
But number of tornadoes will become 2. Oops, sorry. I just elbowed my wife in the cooch. The number of tornadoes becomes 2, but the size will be reduced. Maybe. I could. Yeah, let's do that. I was thinking for a second about grabbing the hammer and making sure that I have the max number of talents, but then I thought, oh, if I don't, that will actually select the hammer. So maybe I shouldn't do that on the off chance. We haven't really gotten a whole lot of physical damage scaling, I don't think. Now we got the... Oh, there's a 12 luck. That's beautiful. Now we got the Nightmare Tentacle spawning as well. Because we're at 29 sanity. Which means we are kind of semi-blind and a large number of monsters are appearing. Occasionally I just lose control of my character.
oh my god.
So the terror of the sanity is eating away right now. We're almost through the night. We're almost to the day. I think we grab... Oh, that's actually hard because this gives us attack speed and HP. This gives us a lot of HP, some physical damage scaling, and a lot of armor. And this just makes our cleave much bigger. It's only 10%, but it's a wide attack already, so 10% is fairly significant. Which one?
Purple.
Purple? Okay. Fair. When in doubt, go purple. Okay, I don't remember this guy's mechanics because most of the time I fought him, he doesn't have time to do his mechanics. Oh, he killed me. Dang. Okay, well, we lost this one.
Way to go.
Purple was fine. That was the right choice. Alright, so that's a round of this game. We did kind of a lightning build. Next time we'll do a different build. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. See you around for next one.